This card serves as a reminder to use your natural ability of intuition, the language of the soul. As you reach for your goals and desires, the future can be yours when you have hope and trust in everything you do. Soon, others will be attracted and drawn to your inner light. Learn to share your experiences and lessons, for those around you will also realize that by having faith and pushing forward where one may have felt no hope at all is the key to success. Above all, maintaining a positive attitude starting right now, this very minute, will allow your soul to soar. You'll discover an opportunity to shine as you reach for the stars. It's gonna be another story time. Once upon a time, not long ago, I got vitiligo, or it was triggered in my body system. But this is going to be a fun little another random childhood story time of yeah. Anyways, so how did this happen? I woke up one morning getting ready for school, and I caught my 3 big sisters still getting ready for school, which I was like really excited about because usually they leave before I get to see them go. So I was so excited to see them, and I was crawling onto my sister's bed, and I didn't realize that she had a flat iron on the bed. They were in the middle of straightening each other's hair, and I didn't see that there was a flat iron on the bed because that's where she placed it down. And so I was crawling on the bed all excited, like, oh my gosh, like just want to sit down and hang with them. And I'm crawling on the bed, and then the flat iron is like on my leg. So I have a scar here and here, and there's another one, but it's like completely disappeared because my vitiligo took over it. But it's kind of hard to see because the light is really bright. Yeah, so this and this, it was painful. It wasn't that painful. I was kind of like shocked at first. After I realized, I was just kind of like, I was like, oh my god, and I was like, and I lifted my leg up, and the flat iron was still sticking to my skin, and I was like, and then it like was like, and then it like dropped on its own, and then I was like, and then my mom came into the room, and I was like, mommy, look. And then she was like, this is what you get for crawling onto the bed and not looking where you're going and stuff. And I was like, yeah. So then I think we put Neosporin or Vaseline on it, and then I just went to school with like these fresh burns. And the whole entire day in school, I was like, my pants and like the fresh like blister from the burn. And then when I got home, they were like puffed up and filled with like clear liquid or whatever that usually happens when you get blisters. And I was like, oh my god. And when I was little, and still a little bit to this day, like the feeling of rubbing alcohol on like a fresh wound is like trauma. Anyway, so my sisters were like, come on, we gotta clean it. And I was like, no, it's gonna hurt. And they were like, it's not gonna hurt, because they weren't gonna use rubbing alcohol. They were gonna use, I think, hydrogen peroxide, or there was another thing. It's like a brown liquid, but I don't know what it's called. But if you guys know, then you know. But I think it was hydrogen peroxide they used. So they were like, Karen, it's not gonna burn. And I was like, it's gonna burn. They were like, you have to clean it. If you don't clean it, it's gonna stay like this. And I was like, oh my god. And so I was like getting ready to scream into a pillow, like, okay, just do it. Anyways, immediately like depuffed and it didn't burn, so which was a little bit surprising. Yeah, if anything, it was like kind of refreshing. But yeah, so I had these scars here, and then I think like a couple years later, I started getting itchy around my scar area. How do I do this without like exposing too much of my leg? This looks very awkward. I had a itchy, like a huge spot that I was like, oh my god, itching, itching, itching. And we have eczema in the family. I didn't know about the vitiligo until like later down the line, but I knew we had like a lot of reoccurring eczema that was not like controllable, but like was like freshly popping up around that time. And I thought I had eczema from the little area, the patch that I was like scratching, but it wasn't like inflamed as much as when I would see with my other sisters. So I thought maybe I have eczema, but I'm not itching like crazy, and it's not too dry, and there's some texture, but it wasn't so inflamed. Like it was just like itchy here and there, but it wasn't all the time. And then gradually throughout time, it started getting lighter and lighter, and there was no itchiness anymore. And I wasn't itchy all the time. I think it was probably just the one day where I was like, itch, itch, and I was like, I have eczema. But then I was like, I don't know. It's not intense, so I didn't really care about it as much. And then eventually it started becoming lighter and lighter. And now it's getting even lighter because it has like a huge like spot here. So this is new. But before it was just like this huge thing. Anyways, yeah. So I went to my doctor recently, and it was just for like an annual checkup. She was like, do you have any questions? And I was like, I can't really think of anything, but I never really confirmed with myself or with the doctor to be like, hey, do I got vitiligo? Because I have family that have vitiligo, so just want to make sure. She was like, yep, looks like vitiligo to me. So yeah, that's my story. So now I have like this patch here, which I was a little bit worried about because the texture of it, I don't know if you can see, but the texture of it is kind of like smooth, but like it's not like it looks like a layer of like dry skin on top, but like a smooth dry skin, you know, not almost like a shell, but not really like a shell. And then I got these ones. These two are actually new. That and that. And this one used to be like this, but then it got lighter and lighter, and now it's really light. And now it's just spreading everywhere, like kinda here, but definitely here, and this huge spot, and here, and here, and here. It's everywhere at this point. So anyways, I always said I was Michael Jackson, so yeah, that's my story time.
Early the next morning.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Will she be able to do that? Okay. No. Okay. Okay, then that's fine. No, it's okay. Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Oh my gosh. You have to be kidding me. It's kind of hard to see. Hello, everyone. I don't know if you'll see me very well, but I'm in the middle of editing, and this week I don't have much to really show you guys. It's been very busy towards the end of this week, and just a lot of like thinking. And yeah, I guess I've been thinking about this for, 3 weeks now. And I don't know if it's the medicine or if it's just like me just spending a lot of time like realizing and thinking, but I don't want to say that I'm giving up on my dreams, but I don't know. I think I am definitely like need like a major revising, and a part of me is like this makes sense, and another part of me is like I don't want to let this go. But I think with like trying to calm down and trying to like really just comb out my thoughts and everything, I think that it makes the most sense to just I don't know. I don't want to say find a different creative path, but I can see myself, or I don't know, something, not settling, but like settling for for nothing too major. I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, it is the middle of the night and I'm trying to like get this video out before the time that I need to. Yeah. I have ideas, but I'm not sure how they'll go. I have ideas, but I have fears, but I also am just like, hey, we just gotta put one foot in front of the other and let's see where it will take us. Yeah, okay, let me stop talking.